Hello again. It's been a while. Facebook Live. This is Chaim Olevsky here from Chabad of the West Side, but I'm not in New York right now. And this is actually a little park in somewhere in the UK, in London. I'm not exactly sure the area, but we're here on a visit, and I'd like to share with you a special thought about Lechayim, where actually, traditionally Jewish people say Lechayim a lot. We say Lechayim, Lechayim, to life. It happens at simchas, at bar mitzvahs, at weddings, bat mitzvahs, at every Shabbos, at a regular Shabbos table, holiday. Sometimes we make kiddush on Lechayim. Sometimes it's more intense when you need it to help you in a mitzvah. Like at a farbrengen, a Hasidic farbrengen, a Hasidic gathering, we say Lechayim, and it helps us get into the spirit of things, pun intended. And then we have the mitzvah of rejoicing extra special, uniquely on special holidays like Purim and Simchas Torah. So yesterday, my wife and I had the great opportunity to be in Scotland, in the UK, and we took the opportunity to go to the Glenlivet distillery. In the circles that I've been raised, Glenlivet has been a big part of our motivation at the Farbrengens and at the Shabbos Kiddush or holiday. So I decided, if we're in Scotland, one of our special trips would be to the Glenlivet distillery. And it was a very meaningful educational experience. We learned how the spirit is made from the whole process, from barley, where the barley comes from. They malt the barley, which basically means they soak it to let the sugars out. Then they separate it, and they mix it with water. Then they mix it with yeast, and that's it. They let it sit for a while, and they steam it, they cook it. I think we could do this at home. Anyway, they boil it a couple times, and then in order for it to have the name single malt, it needs to sit for 3 years. Anyway, long story short, it was a meaningful experience. Afterwards, we went back to the car, and I was flipping through my phone to listen to a Torah talk from the Rebbe, and lo and behold, I saw one about Lechayim. This worked out perfectly, and I'd like to share it with you. So this is a talk that the Rebbe gave maybe 30 years ago, 40 years ago, maybe 50 years ago actually. And he was describing how the previous Rebbe explained in a Farbrengen about Lechayim, about the Jewish tradition to say Lechayim. Usually we have in mind, Lechayim means to life. So we have in mind ourselves and our family for blessing. That's what we usually have in mind when we say Lechayim. The previous Rebbe said that the Alter Rebbe taught that when we say Lechayim, we should have in mind also every single Jew, man, woman, and child, wherever he or she may be, no matter what, no matter if we've met them before or not. Have in mind that we're praying for the welfare and blessing every single Jew, Lechayim, to life for everyone. That's what the previous Rebbe said. And the Rebbe told us and explained, and then he went on and digging into the concept of Lechayim and the unity that we just learned about, that we should unite ourselves with all the Jewish people all over the world when we say Lechayim. And the Rebbe said that the concept of unity and Lechayim, which means to life, are really one in the same. When there's unity, there's life. And he explained that when we are all made of material, physical elements, and the Talmud and the Kabbalah, the mystical teachings talk about the four elements, which are Eish, Mayim, Ruach, and Afar. Fire, water, wind, and earth. So we're all made of those elements, and we're alive, technically, only as long as those elements are combined. Hi, thanks for joining. Only as long as those elements are combined, and then we're alive. And so too, real life is only when there's a unity of the body and the soul. And so too, real life is only when we are one with God. When we cleave to God, when we connect with God, that's true life. But when there's a separation, the opposite of unity is the opposite of life. And then the Rebbe went on to say that when we have, connecting it back to the Lechayim, when we say Lechayim, we have in mind everyone else, it brings blessing to them and to us even more. As it says in the Torah, and we say in our prayers, Barchenu Avinu Kulanu Ke'echad. Bless us, our Father, all of us, as one. And the Rebbe explained, when is Barchenu Avinu? When does our Father bless us? Our Father in heaven. When? Kulanu Ke'echad. When we're all as one. So, this Shabbos, tonight, pick up a glass and say Lechayim to life, and have in mind yourself, your family, your friends, and every Jew, wherever he or she may be, whether you know him or not. Just bless them and have them in mind. They should have the health, material, and spiritual, everything they need. Lechayim. God bless you. I could say God bless America from the UK. That's cool. Thanks for joining, and share.